Hello everyone, it's me again, Teacher Farah. Alright, so let's move on with the remaining 5 questions, okay? Alright, so let's move to question 6. Okay, before we start, let's read the question first. Okay, all he blank do was to remain still in the water as long as he could, and he prayed in silence. Okay, so normally I do find students find this question quite tricky, but it is actually not, okay? But it's just because you just do not know the rules of this, okay? Alright, so for this kind of question, we know that this is a past tense questions. So we know that this can, will, shall, may, that shouldn't be an answer for this question. Okay, so we can just like will, we can just straight away cross it out. D, can, because they are in present tense. Alright, so now we are left with would or could. Okay, so if let's say in this blank, which one do you think that you will use for this answer? Okay, so I know you will say the answer all he can do, right? But can, it is in present tense form, right, over here. So what is the past tense form of it? It should be could, and always bear that in mind. Could is always the past tense of can, so never use can in a past tense form text or essay. Alright? Okay, so let's move to the next question. Alright, for question 7, okay, I think you are familiar with this question, right? So the question type is the same like what we did in some questions in part 1, alright? So let's look at this question. He did not remember when the sharks blank him. Alright, so first thing first, let's cross out those answers that are in present tense. Okay, what are the answers in present tense? Okay, we can see it's be, leave. Okay, cross out that one. Leaves. This is also a present tense answer. Okay, so which one do you think the right answer? Is it A, left, or B, or D, leaving? Alright, so again, okay, the same rule applies. Okay, let's look at the subject. Which one is the subject? The sharks here, it is a subject. Alright, so is there any addition before the blank? So this is the verb, okay? Alright, so is there any addition in between? Is there any verb to be like is, are, was, were over there? There is none, right? So if there is none, so leaving, ing, that is not the right answer. So we know the right answer straight away. It is A, left. Alright, so this is for question 7. Alright, so how are you doing so far? I hope you are doing good over there. Alright, let's move to the next question. Alright, okay, so this is about finding the right adjective to the word pain. Alright, so he felt an blank pain on his left leg as if a sharp object had pierced it. Okay, so which one do you think this is like requires some knowledge on the what we call that vocabulary, because we need to know the correct adjective that is associated with the noun pain. Alright, so normally when we are talking about extreme pain, alright, so we use which one do you think to explain the extreme pain a person is having? Alright, is it A, ambivalent, B, obnoxious, C, excruciating, or D, upbeat? So which one do you think would be the right answer to this? Okay, what do you think? Alright, so the answer would be, it's C, excruciating pain. Okay, when you are talking about very painful pain that you are experiencing, normally we are using excruciating pain. It means extremely painful. Okay, alright, so yes, we are coming to the last 2 questions for this part. Okay, let's look at question 9. All right, so this is always my favorite question. All right, okay, but I do notice that students mostly get these questions incorrect. Okay, all right, so let's look at this part first. All right, let's look at the question. Okay, when he looked into the water, he saw a jellyfish and knew right away that it had blank him. All right, so do you think the answer would be? All right, okay, so this is a past perfect tense, if you have ever heard of it. All right, so okay, how do I know that this is actually a past perfect tense? Okay, you look at the word here. Before the blank, it has had. Okay, so had is an indicator that this is a past perfect tense. Okay, so if you see this past perfect tense, you must understand the rule where you have had plus past participle. So the question is now, do you know what past participle is? All right, any ideas what past participle is? All right, so if you do not have the idea what it is about, so let me draw another table for you here. Maybe you are familiar with this. Okay, okay, this is the first verb. The second one is past tense. The third one is where the past participle is. Okay, participle. Okay, it is always the third verb. Okay, for example, I think you must have heard of this word all the time. All right, so the first verb is eat. What's the past tense of it? It's ate. What about the past participle? It's eaten. So you've heard of this word before, right? But you do not know that is actually a past participle, which lies in the third column of these three verbs. Okay, so if let's say, okay, let's give another one. All right, so you have swim. The past tense is swam. The past participle is swam. All right, so what about what do you think of all these answers, A, B, C, D? What do you think is the root verb of this? So it is sting. The past tense is stung, and the past participle is also the same. It's stung. Okay, so you know what's the answer now. All right, so this is the past participle verb over here. You look here. So what's the answer would be? All right, he saw a jellyfish and knew right away that it had. So the answer is C, stung him. All right, past participle. Okay, all right. Yes, we are coming to the last question. All right. Yes, this question again, this is about a preposition, but this is a preposition of place. All right, so when he was awakened, he was blanked a fishing vessel. Okay, this is a preposition of place, which is the kata arah. Okay, okay, A, B, C, D. Okay, a fishing vessel that you might be wondering what it is. A fishing vessel is like a boat or a ship. All right, so imagining that he was on a boat. I give you the answer already. So the answer is A. Yeah, this is one part offered in my class. If you wish to know more on how to tackle other parts or on how to write ACES questions more effectively, you can join my SPM Accelerate online intensive class on edukaji.my. Hope to see you guys soon.